We have a mic and there's... Are you going to head nod me anymore?
We're live.
Good afternoon, everybody, and for those on YouTube and live streaming, thank you for joining us today. It's my honor to promote Shaitana Daniels. If you'll come on up here. And Deputy Daniels, if you'll come on up here too. One of the things in the Sheriff's Office, usually, again, we've changed this. We brought this new and other, and in this case, both of them are Deputy Sheriffs, for those out there that may not know. But it's my honor to promote Shaitana, who's been here for 19 years, started out in the detention facility, kind of worked her way through, went to classification for a while, then to patrol, then to civil, back to patrol where she is now, and getting ready to promote. So a couple things I want to highlight about all our promotions, and Shaitana is no different than any others that we promoted, but some special things that make Shaitana who she is, and we're excited as being watching her be a supervisor. And that is, when I sat down with her, what makes a supervisor? What is she looking forward to? And then it'll be, the opportunity to go make a difference, to lead the shifts, help change or form our culture as we move. But Shaitana also added a couple things, and I apologize for grabbing my mask. But she's also looking forward to the mentoring of her peers and others in the community, the motivation. And you could tell when I was meeting with her, her passion for this career, and that's what we're all here for, no matter what rank you are, is having that passion to serve our community and make a difference. A couple things I want to highlight here. First of all, I want to thank those that are out there today in the audience because of COVID and everything that challenges it's had. There's only Shaitana and her family and our executive staff, so I apologize for those employees that wanted to come up. Thank you for being understanding, and sorry for Shaitana for it's kind of different, but we're adapting. But for her family who's out there watching, today we're joined by a very large family that Shaitana has, but her mom and stepdad, Joni and Gary, and her dad, Mike, and all her cousins, aunts that are out there. I want to welcome you. Again, as a special note, both Shaitana and her husband are deputy sheriffs, but her stepdad, Gary, is a retired police officer from Chico, and her dad's a retired sheriff deputy from Butte County Sheriff's Office. So she's following in the footsteps, and her husband and her leading our way for her kids who are here. So we have Vance, we have Juliana, Tiani, Kaya, and Brendan. Did I say it right?
Yeah.
Tiani. I did. And I also have, out of the three, so Vance and Tiani and Kaya all have birthdays in December. Is that what I heard? So you have birthdays coming up? So happy early birthday for all of you. But one thing when I was talking with Shaitana about what makes her, what she's excited for, the one thing that really impressed me was a couple things. First of all, who she wanted to thank. Because we cannot get where we are in our careers, in our personal life, without the support of others. And that's where Deputy Daniels, or we'll just call you Billy today, her husband is here to support. They support each other, her family supporting her where she gets to be now. But the one thing Shaitana also said was everybody here at the Sheriff's Office who's made an impact, who's mentored her over the years, her previous supervisors or peers, current peers, but more importantly, her family. And coming from a very large family, she has a lot of cousins. She is the oldest cousin. They have their own texting group.
A group, yeah.
Messenger group. So, and she is the oldest, but the one thing she wanted to thank was all of her aunts. She has a lot of aunts. And it was because of those aunts and the mentoring that she's received and everything that you gave as she was growing up that she believes made her the strong woman that she is here today, leading and being an example for many other young ladies that are looking to get into the career force no matter where that is and be a leader in our community. So she wanted to thank her aunts for everything that you guys have done. Cousins and everything else, you guys did a great job as well, but her aunts made a significant impact on her. The other thing is I always ask, what would you tell the new recruits? Again, we're going through a change this year. We have a pandemic none of us have experienced. We have social justice reform after George Floyd. but we still have to continue to serve this community. So what would she tell? We have an academy right now that's getting ready to graduate in early December. We have another academy starting in January. And so for these new recruits getting ready to come into this career field, excited, wanting to serve our community, what is one word of advice over 19 years that she's learned that she would pass on to these? And the one thing she said was this: be proud of law enforcement and make it a career, not a job. And be passionate about it. Find out whatever your passion is. If that's going out and enforcing DUIs, if that's training your individuals, whatever your passion is, find it. But most importantly, and I think we can take this throughout any career field, is never stop learning. We always can learn. Everything is changing. I think this year is a great example of that. With COVID and all of our changes coming in law enforcement, we are continually learning. And so that's the one thing I thought was really neat about what she passed on to new recruits, because they're coming into a career field that many think, our recruits are going to come down. I believe it's going to be a great thing. I think we still have a lot of people out there, young people, middle-aged people that want to join law enforcement. It is a great profession, but again, it's important that you don't ever stop learning. The other thing is, she shared a story with me I want to share that she's never shared about what makes her her. Because I said, is there something to be proud of? And really, ultimately, she said what she'd be proud of if today she had to walk away from this profession, and it was about being in patrol and having that opportunity to help others. And I think, again, it goes back to that core foundation of what we join when we join law enforcement or any careers, to make that impact. And for us, it's specifically going out and helping others and making that impact. And that's not one specific instance or one major call, but it was just the opportunity in patrol to go out and help others. But what I would like to highlight is a story she shared, because I think it goes to, many men and women and what we do day in and day out of making that impact, and something special about Shatana. And that was years ago in civil. She was out and she made contact with a person who was wanted. And as she had to serve this warrant, she found out it was close to Christmas, that her family had no food. They had no presents, or very little. She still had to effect that arrest. So she worked with her supervisor and her peers and did this on her own. It wasn't something that somebody said, hey, we need to do. But she got together and pulled some money together so that although she had to do what she had to do for profession and arresting the mom, she still wanted to make sure that family was ready for Christmas. And so she pulled the money together. She bought presents. She bought food. She went back. She made sure that the pantry was full. So while mom was taking care of her warrant that she had, the family was still going to be okay. And more importantly, when the mom got out, because it wasn't a major offense, she would be able to be out for Christmas. And later on, I believe, when she moved back to civil, you ran into the son? Mm-hmm. She ran into the son years later. And when the mom got out, she saw her, and the mom thanked her. And I would tell you that right there is showing the professionalism and the example that Shatana leads every single day, and I look forward to her as a supervisor. Is she did her job, the mom respected it, she knew she had to do her job, but ultimately she treated her with dignity, with empathy. She took care of her family, and the mom was very grateful of that. And the son later, when she ran into Shatana out on a call, once she saw your name, I believe it was, he said, my mom thinks very highly of you. And we were very appreciative of that Christmas. And again, I think that goes to the core of what this office is about, of truly, we have a profession and a job to do, but it's about serving this community and making an impact. And so I look forward to everything you do as a supervisor, because I think if you take that motto, which you always do throughout your career, you're going to do great things here. So with that, let me move this so we can. All right. Can you still hear me, Gabby, or do I need the mic?
Yeah, just face it back. Yeah.
So come on over here. Sergeant Daniels. Okay. Washington County Sheriff's Office. Shatana Daniel, congratulations from the Washington County Sheriff's Office. Your friends and supervisors for your promotion to Sergeant, November 23rd, 2020, from us.
Thank you.
And we'll keep our distance here. Awesome. Are you pinning? All right.
You should definitely know how to do this.
I was going to say, and as I always joke, so I'll still throw it out. All those times you want to get back, you can just slip maybe with the pin.
Just put a dust on it. You should have said anything.
Hey, the pressure's on. I'm just going to say, usually we have this already on.
There we go.
See if we need everybody's watching. Oh yeah, and Billy, look what we have for you. So you can give this to the kids if you want, or Shatana. You were thinking of her. But this is on behalf of the executive staff, and we want to give it to you and your family. Because we know, again, there's been a lot of times you guys have sacrificed, you both know it, coming from this profession, miss those special holidays, work those long nights, and for you guys, we want to thank you guys, because you know your moms missed some things, same with your dad. So thank you for all the support moving forward, especially this year, with everything we've been. So on behalf of all of us, thank you. Yeah, see? We planned it, he planned it, he told us, that's why he got to
Very
give it
well
to you.
done.
All right, so, anything you want to say? Not to put you on the spot, but you don't have to.
No, just grateful, very grateful, and I hope to do a good job and make everybody proud, make the agency proud, and I look forward to starting this new chapter in my career. And
Awesome. Well, again, for all of you out there, let me make sure you guys can hear me. We want to thank you for joining us live on YouTube. Again, we apologize, but thank you for the understanding with the current situation that you couldn't be here. I know Shatana would love to have everybody here, employees and family. I know that all of you are watching are going to safely celebrate soon. So please congratulate her, and thank you for joining us, and have a great day. Congratulations.
thank you very much.
All right.